Hey everyone, it is Wendy Richmond and I am a fine art photographer and so excited to be walking you through this exhibit. And I am actually in the Montclair Book Center in Montclair, New Jersey, and I have some pieces up here that I want to give you a little bit of background. And so let's kind of go here first. So this actually is one of my most favorite. This is from the in Brooklyn, the Bushwick Theater. And back in the late 90s, 1990s, it's 2026, so it's been quite a while. This building, beautiful building, was up for sale, and my brother and I were thinking that, maybe we'd buy it. So they let us inside, and we actually photographed a lot of it. This happens to be one image from a cherub looking out. If you look close, right, you can see this is one of the windows on the side of the building facing Manhattan, and that cherub, I don't think is there anymore, but it's just an image that just reminds me of this wonderful day and this beautiful building. And so I hope you enjoy that image. All right, next we have here, this is again one of my faves from I love the Verrazano Bridge. This is a Verrazano Bridge, so it comes out of lower Manhattan over to Staten Island. Of course, this was a sunset, and if you look close, you can see a beautiful crescent moon there. And this was one of my favorite spots that I would go and spend a lot of time in, because there's a big waterway there, big ships come in, and so I definitely, I've taken a lot of images of this particular bridge, and it's really one of my favorites, and it has just a gloriousness about it, and it's over a really beautiful waterway, and there's a walkway down there as well. So if you're ever again in the lower part of Brooklyn, I'd definitely take a walk down by there. Right, so here, this is actually the Williamsburg Bank building. And back again, let's go closer here. Back when there weren't a lot of tall buildings on 4th Avenue, this is from the view that I saw. And if you notice, I really like the light. And so this was just a beautiful time of day. And but it's just again a glorious building that is still there, and hopefully will always be there. And it's kind of one of those landmarks of Brooklyn. And well, there's information here, right, about me and about the exhibit. This actual image is an image from the Brooklyn Museum of Art in the back garden outside, and they have a lot, and I don't know again if it's still there, but they have a lot of pieces that they have from buildings, and they just happen to have them in their sculpture garden, I believe. And so this was actually taken, of course, during time of year, and it's always stayed with me, and I really it's one of those images that I just love so much. And here's a picture actually of the Brooklyn Bridge, right? I don't have as many Brooklyn Bridge images as you might think. I just happened to, I was down, of course, underneath it, or not underneath, but, being able to look at it through these iron gates, just a whole different way to look at the Brooklyn Bridge. And so I hope you enjoy that image. And then lastly here for this exhibit this is winter in Brooklyn on 4th Avenue. And if you look, it's a little hard with the glare, but if you look, you can see, I don't know if I can get it where you can see, but in the background is the actual Williamsburg Bank building that is, and again, you might not be able to see it from how I'm being able to video this, but this is, Blizzard, the sole person walking down the road, and I don't have that many images of people, but this one just struck me, and it's always stayed with me because I, of course, lived during those blizzards, and 4th Avenue was just a beautiful avenue, and still is, and so that's why I wanted to show that in this exhibit. So what's here, and at the opening we'll definitely have other images as well, and if you come out and you're here, you'll be able to hear more and be able to ask me any questions about what it's like to live in Brooklyn back in the 1990s. So with that being said, all right, I hope we'll make it a great day, and we'll see you at the next exhibit. Hey everyone, of course I forgot one image. I just saw it off to the side, so let me go up here. So this is again one that has, it's part of the Bushwick Theater, but from the very front window, looking over the train. That train is still there, and this is just, again, one of those images that has always stuck with me. So we're actually up in the abandoned Bushwick Theater, and we are looking out the front window over towards Manhattan.